your blogging was your vehicle. And sometimes when we talk content or when we talk marketing, people tend to have a very linear view of what that could mean for the business, right? Like, it's like, hey, I publish content. This piece of content is going to bring me X amount of money, right? And then what we discovered through our journey on the podcast is like, now the podcast is our vehicle now to build amazing relationships, to build amazing friendships, to build conversations, to maybe that is an opportunity like in 2-3 months, right? Which has happened. The content itself is doing the job with the audience, and we're building this awesome community. It's not formalized yet, but like we know that there's people following and having these conversations with us. And I feel like that's a really hard thing to see when you're starting out. So my question to you is like, why do people fixate so much on that? Like this piece of content, this blog that I did last month, X amount of views, how much money is going to bring me, instead of like trying to see the big picture on like, wow, this is my vehicle. Look at all these opportunities that are coming around that, right? Like your sponsorship with Chevy, like you going in and running the blog for Chevrolet, like that kind of stuff, right? So the more and more we do this, the more and more we find these opportunities. And now my return on investment is massive. So we honestly don't even care. We could be doing this every single day, right? Because we're like, man, like it pays for it. And we had a conversation with one of our advisors the other day, and he was like, how much money are you investing in your team for your own content, right? We're talking about capacity on like the production line with our clients and with us, because we put our content in there. And he's like, you guys should like, just grab that and put it away and like maybe do something different. We're like, no, because we see the benefit on the other side as well, right? So why do people struggle so much in seeing those opportunities around the vehicle that they're building?
Yeah, I love this question. And it's not something that I was super clear on until I went through some coaching in the internet marketing space. Didn't realize that a lot of internet marketers or people who sell things on the internet and that kind of stuff, they have a very different like relationship with content than I do. So my blog has over 10,000 blog posts on it. And so and what I need people to understand about content in general is it's a home base. That's all it is. It's a home base. It's a place that you own, that you get to come home to, and that you control the narrative around. But then it allows you, because you have a secure home, to go out and try other things without risk, or the risk is very minimal because you're not touching your home base. But So content, I think, and yes, quality over quantity is actually a bunch of BS, because to a certain extent, like you could have written the most brilliant blog post in the world or had the most amazing interview. And yes, it would be good for a while, but the internet is unforgiving and forgets you. So it needs to be prolific. But the good news is, if it's prolific, it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be friendly and connection based. And this is what I think a lot of people who are stressing out about pushing that publish button or pushing that podcast live or that video live is, what you don't understand is people, if they were looking for perfection, they would go and watch television. They're not looking for perfection. They're looking for connection. And guess what? Okay, so I was never a Martha Stewart fan, because like, who wants Martha Stewart as a friend? Like, you're like, hey, Martha, come over for dinner. Oh crap. Like I need to like clean up. I need to like cook a lot. I need to like, there's no joy in that relationship. Like, she's super judgy until she went to jail. Oh my gosh, now we have something to talk about, because she's not perfect, and I think that's so you can do this without going to jail. Just saying.